Alright, ebusian for mamda mu na masi emfambra ye chena yisu. Medo bibiasi ediba ye chena yisu. Na masel say notification button ehun hia me ye pa obetene ne on. Say the updates bebia onso nsa be den e be ka no ahwe. Na bibia aye kama.
Of acting in accordance with the instructions, orders or requests of the president or a member of the cabinet commit a second-degree felony under subsection 1 of this year act.
But where are you putting this? Who is
so I'm putting this about defrauding by false pretense.
Who is she defrauding? The president?
The president and the cabinet.
Telling them that she's a doctor.
If you can manage to get the president to appoint you onto such a sensitive board.
As a doctor.
As a doctor, when you are not. That is defrauding by false pretense.
A health professional with expertise in health insurance.
Which she is not. She has never had
so
anything.
She defrauded the president.
The highest qualification this girl has had is something they call HHE.
What's that?
That is home health assistance or something. Those that takes care of old men and women. Even that it must be done with the supervision of a medical practitioner. So this girl has the highest qualification she has in this world. So the reason that she has this idea, I know she put up a post. Okay, now let's come back to a picture that has been put on.
Can you put that photograph on the TV on there?
There is a photograph where somebody is called Anne Sullivan Daly.
The white woman.
The white woman.
Yes.
So identity theft.
That's her.
This is the person that she is pretending to be.
Oh, I see.
So that's identity theft. Her name originally is Anna, not even Anne. Anna Sansan Kufon. The father is a pastor.
Anna Sansan Kufon.
Somewhere, the father is a pastor somewhere in Bono.
Oh, I see.
So originally her name is not Anna Sansa Daly. But because of this woman, because the woman is Anne Sullivan Daly, who is a medical person with all the credentials she is claiming to have.
Oh, that's serious.
So going to John Hopkins, it is this woman who went to John Hopkins. All the credentials she is pretending to have is this woman who has it.
Oh, but that's a high-level crime.
No, that is a high-level crime even in the United States.
It is indeed.
And some, because they don't know some of the editing. And I tell you, that is Kevin Taylor and this girl, they've done this thing for so many years, deceiving the public. And people cannot even detect it. Now, this is the time that people are going to know exactly what this guy has been doing to the public.
This girl lives in Ghana, or she lives at both places?
She became a citizen of the United States in 2019.
By marriage?
By marriage.
That marriage is still
So she was married to one old man called Tim Daly, Tim Daly. Mm-hmm. But she will even lie to people that there is an actor called Tim Daly, Timothy Daly. She will lie to people that is the... No. She got married to an old man somewhere. But in the course of that is a private life, so I'll probably delve into it.
Okay.
My concern has to do with the things that borders on crime against our state. I knew all these things quite a few years back.
So that most of the things that Kevin Jandam says about people is coming from this
lady. It's coming from this lady when she gets into your corner and she
it's
gets
towards blackmail.
Blackmail.
So those who don't pay are those that we hear about.
Oh, they pay. Most times
but we hear about them. So
they cannot even, they cannot
they reduce it.
So this girl was dating a nephew.
Yes, the doctor.
That is how come a nephew was put on the spot. And for so many months, allegations upon allegations were made. Meanwhile, up to today, they've not been able to present a single document to the national security or police that a nephew is a fraudster, and for that matter, he must be arrested.
Even his hospital was affected. His business.
So he goes on the assassination attacks using social media. Nephew is a criminal. Nephew. Meanwhile, if you are talking about somebody that is a criminal, it's actually the guy in Kevin Taylor. So what they are is what they portray other people to be, being a fraudster. So the guy was dating a nephew. And in the course of dating, I think she got information that a nephew was getting into a deal with something called gold soup.
Yeah, the gold soup.
The gold soup. Yeah. Is it souk or souk?
Okay,
so they are supposed to meet
Sami with the gold board. Yeah.
And this guy is closer to Sami Jemfi as well.
I'm not sure about that.
No, I'm giving you information.
No, because I've checked.
Whatever information I am giving you information.
Well, because I checked and the information was that they met on a flight. The flight.
You think at this point somebody would like to associate herself with the...
I checked before that they met on some flight, the USA Delta flight.
Okay.
Now, I was told that because at the time the flight had a problem, Sami Jemfi was trying to sue them.
Okay.
And I was at the airport at that time, so he spoke to me about it. So they said, no, the lady was also on that flight.
But you
and
believe,
after that, they met once at some restaurant.
You believe they met once at a restaurant?
That's what I was
told. Really?
Once
at a restaurant?
Yeah, that's what I was told.
Very nice. that you meet somebody on the flight and you meet once at a restaurant.
No, they put a legal action together, so I think they were talking.
What if you put a legal action together, you are talking? It's not going to be once at a restaurant. You certainly will have continuous conversations upon conversation. But that is not a substantive matter. Let's come back to the substantive matter. So this girl would then move you the same way he moved Anefi to Kevin Taylor, for Kevin Taylor to come at him. Assassinate you, character assassination, left, right, center. And when I heard that this girl had dated Anefi, that is how come I got to know that, okay, that is where my own started from. All this while, she has been my friend, even when we are no longer friends, as in being friends.
I get it, yeah. You still talk to her every night.
I still talk to her every night.
Are they blackmailing Reverend Usu Bempa?
I don't know about that. What I know is that...
Are they blackmailing Nigel Gezi?
I know they were very good friends. Nigel Gezi, Usu Bempa, and the lady, they were very good friends. I'm not too sure what they are.
So is it conceivable that a reverend person is paying do they pay month? The blackmail money is weeks or a month or what?
I don't know about that. I'm saying that they were very good friends. Why do you single out those names?
Yeah, because those are the names that are popping up. People are sending me texts.
People are sending you.
Blackmailing Usu Bempa, is blackmailing Nigel Gezi.
Okay.
Schwarzenegger mentioned it. Ifia, the lady herself, her video mentions those two names. And I'm hoping it's
she
not
goes
true,
as far as Nigeria. You know what? There's a guy called Mike Ezronye, a Nigerian actor, affected, a victim of their circumstances, very criminal.
But how does
it's a criminal syndicate
benefit from the blackmail?
Of course, they when the girl gets money, he gets a cut.
Even if he didn't play any role, because it's not.
Why will he not play any role?
He announces on his show. He talks about it on his show, or they threaten that.
I am saying they will threaten you behind the scenes that if you don't pay X amount, they will come after you. They will destroy your image. And most people don't want this kind of bad publicity. You know, big men at high places wouldn't want this kind of bad publicity.
But
some of us can survive it. You can survive.
How does she do the amorous thing? She will say that I slept with you, or she will put a camera in her.
I said Saturday I will show you.
I can't wait.
On for the record.
I can't wait. This is serious.
So, Paul, we are calling on the security agencies that we shouldn't treat this business as usual. Where we think the president has revoked the appointment of an amateur issue. We must be able to investigate it. Use her as a scapegoat, as a deterrent for other people not to engage in. Because it's becoming one-two men.
We did not arrest Dr. UN.
But Dr. UN did not get to the position that this girl has gotten to.
Dr. UN was giving fake awards.
Giving fake awards is
money from anyone.
And you know that she says she's not practiced in Ghana. I am telling you on authority that this girl has been practicing in Ghana for some time.
People have sent texts that she's
been practicing
in the hospital, but in an Nefis hospital, she was practicing there.
Yes, in an Nefis hospital, she was practicing.
She was.
And beyond that, I am saying it on authority that this girl has been taking care of people in this country.
Giving them medicine.
Why are you doubting the fact that she was taking care of the president when they were in opposition?
Because I saw the president with the doctor.
I am saying that why are you doubting it? Paul, the fact that you saw something does not mean that it cannot be true.
But this is serious.
Yes, it's serious.
Hey.
It's serious. And that is criminal act. For me, I don't care about the kind of personal life she lives or she doesn't live.
Wow.
And I wouldn't probably have talked about it if she did not get that kind of a sensitive position.
That's what Ifia said on her video, that she doesn't really
I knew quite a few things, but it's of no concern to me.
Yeah, she doesn't care. But now that they're going to put her on NHIS, then that's
it is something that bothers her.
But she was on the same platform with President Mahama last year.
Yes, the women's something.
Yes. And apparently they were coming to do another one June.
This year, yeah.
And they have cancelled
with the president.
Yes, they were with now the president, then as candidates, now as president. And
she's a very smart woman. For that, you can't take it away from her. Very smart. Except that she uses the smartness for the wrong things.
How can we convince young people that is not the way to go?
By first picking her, using her as a scapegoat, using her as a deterrent. Because if we don't punish her for this high-level crime, then we are endorsing this criminality. And if we don't punish her, then any other person will believe that probably this is the way to go. And in this country, you know the way we sweep things as though this is business. We've revoked her appointment. Let's all go to sleep and take the next thing and deal with it. I don't think this must be treated business as usual. I believe that this matter, we must delve into it. We must report it to the United States authorities. Because what she's done is a high-level crime in the United States.
It is, yeah.
And she's a citizen of the United States.
Misrepresenting yourself
Misrepresenting is a high-level crime.
Acting as a doctor.
Yes.
Taking care of people's health.
Yes.
When you are not trained for it.
Claiming to have attended John Hopkins.
Yeah, claim to have John Hopkins
is the top criminal
medical training.
And you say that Ivy League university like that, you got 4.0 what GDP.
Oh, she has a great point in there.
No, she says she got 4.0 GDP instead of GPA. She said GDP.
Oh, she said GDP, gross domestic product. She didn't know it's a GPA.
I mean, even one of the certificates, I'm sure when we portrayed,
She's written GDP.
one of the certificates,
She doesn't know
it had John Hopkins University and underneath it, the University of Baltimore. Let me see this one. Projected. I think, no, there's one of them.
No, they can read it there. They will tell us.
So, or B, who willfully, listen, cast, that is Konfanochi, didn't attend to any patient by management. So people have been getting arrested for this. Hohoi called jails fake doctor 17 years per modern Ghana. Now, fake UK doctor arrested for defrauding 3 people.
That's in UK.
No, Ghana.
Okay.
Medical and Dental Council arrest 18 quack practitioners. So we are asking that what is so different about this lady that for so long? And you know what this guy did? The Medical and Dental Council, when they came out to issue, what do we call it? The first letter that they issued to Niama. Then all of a sudden, Kevin Taylor comes, we have a dossier on them. Yes, on them, blah, blah, blah. He's stuck in trade. He was going to go after them, character assassination. So I think out of fear, they came to now clarify
that they mean only Ghana.
It is pertaining to the laws of our nation, not any other jurisdiction. Now, what we are calling on the Medical and Dental Council to do is that this is a crime. They should not be afraid. They should go ahead and make sure the girl is arrested, prosecuted, goes to face the rigors of the law. Other than that, then the next time if they arrest any other person, they cannot have the moral temerity to be able to prosecute that person.
Absolutely, yeah. Because
they cannot.
You couldn't arrest
if this happens in the full glare of us, and you're not able to
go after... But the Attorney General should be interested. The Director of Public Prosecution should be interested.
Well, I don't know if they will be.
Because of politics.
But the Medical Council, the Medical and Dental Council should be concerned. They should take the charge. They should lead it.
Yeah, but they can report to the police and they might still need the Attorney General's office for the prosecution processes.
And with all the enormous evidence that before...
It's tremendous.
It's enormous evidence.
What if she finds her way in America and you can't find her?
Why can't you find her? In this world, if you want, you can partner with other criminal investigative agencies, international agencies to be able to find her.
It's like a global crime.
It's a global crime.
Because you are saying you are a doctor
in America,
taking care of people.
In America.
And you know, the thing about doctors, unlike lawyers, and why the doctor one is more serious is that people choose their lawyers, but people don't choose their doctors.
Exactly.
You go to the facility and she's there.
Exactly.
And she's giving medicine to you. And you trust the facility, you trust the circumstance, or you see her on television. She's on television doing a medical program saying that I'm Dr. Ansan Sadeli, I'm Dr. Ansan Sadeli, I'm Dr.
Which is even a crime. Even if she was not administering any medication or
that alone
is a crime. The
misrepresentation.
Yes, it's a crime.
Because you are getting people to believe it. So even by doing that, somebody goes to her or takes her number and says that, are you Dr. Ansan Sadeli? Please, my child is so and so, I saw your TV. Then he says, go and take chloroquine, go and take malaria tablets, go and take that. That's so serious.
No, it's serious crime. So I don't think we must sweep it under the carpet. I believe that Medical and Dental Council.
Oh, but I'm sure that, with the swift action that the government took to remove her from the board, I think that they will be very interested.
It should go beyond that. It should go beyond that.
But I'm very worried about this person.
And when I come out with a Saturday version, it will leave the country in shock.
Wow.
Yeah, it will leave the country in shock.
There's a lot more.
A lot more. And the kind of information I have, not just about the girl, but in the course of...
But how will that help those being blackmailed? How can we rescue them?
Well, some of them is so sensitive that I can probably not put it outside.
No, not to put it. How do we rescue them? Are they going to continue to be blackmailed?
The only way they can be saved is when probably we present this evidence against the girl, then the courts will decide. It's the court that can make such pronouncement. But I'm saying that...
if she's gone to court and she's on trial, she can still give the so-called blackmail material, whether it's video or whether it's text. She can give it to Taylor Jandam to publish it.
Well, if he publishes it, it's also a crime whereby he... And don't forget, there's a terminatory jurisdiction of this court, where if something does not even happen within the territorial jurisdiction of the court, but the effect is felt here, we have the courts of this nation can sit on the matter. You know it. So if in the event that Kevin Taylor thinks that he's not within the confines of our territory, and for that matter, he can sit in America and do what he wants. When the impact is felt here, per the cybercrime, whatever that we have, we can still get him whichever way means. If only we have the political way.
How many years do you know that they've been working together?
In fact, since I befriended, that was somewhere 2019. We went
before COVID.
Post-COVID.
Before COVID.
Sorry. Yeah. Pre-COVID. We went our separate ways. I never even had the slightest of an idea until this Anefi thing came up. Then people started sending me information about her, left, right, center, as to what she's doing with Kevin Taylor and all that. So I wasn't surprised. I thought it was a fluke. I thought it was hearsay. Then I gave the hints that John Mahama was going to give the girl appointment as a means of compensating Kevin Taylor. Just to my surprise, I thought it was even a fluke. I thought it was a hearsay. Then the next day, just 2 days after I'd made that pronouncement, it comes out that the girl is given a no mean position than a board member of ND. I mean, come on. Come on. We should be serious as a nation, Paul. And my point is that this is crime. It borders on criminality. We cannot. I mean, some of us are not going to sit down for
But
this.
I'm guessing that the government itself knows that, and the government itself will take that decision. I'm guessing that the letter from Dr. Callistus Mahama is not the end.
The swiftness in which they revoked the appointment. What is stopping them from using the same swiftness to go after her?
How can William Anefi's hospital? He's only 30-something. How can his hospital be saved? According to people who know him, he doesn't even go to the hospital anymore. He's not been. And the staff, because Kevin Taylor calls and says, go and burn the hospital down.
If you have an idea, the damage this guy is using social media to cause in people's homes by allegations of sexuality, left, right, center, now go after this person. Oh, Paul, come on. Sometimes imagine if your wife was not as logical a woman. And this guy comes after you, say you are gay,
your gay partner is Alex.
And he throws anything in the air.
He throws any name there, your gay partner is Alex.
And people are so daft and dumb that they cannot even ask the relevant questions. For instance, when he came after me, he went after my wife. Meanwhile, he did not even have the slightest of an idea who I was married to. The next day, somebody, I'm sure, called him and said, Kevin, no. He's married to person A. Yeah, he comes to sit there and say, oh, I realized that the wife is even my sister because my wife grew up in Obuasi and Kelvin grew up in Obuasi. So somebody told him that, no, the wife is AFC and the... Oh, so I said, why are you not questioning Kevin Taylor? That the first one that he came to sit there to say that, which one was he describing? But of course, the people are so dumb, they are so dumb.
The people are not dumb. It's a gossip value. We all like gossip.
Well, but if you are not dumb and somebody comes to tell you something today, for the past 2 years that this guy has been coming after me, no single evidence. He comes to sit on TV and say, oh, this guy, Okatakyie, will go to jail. Meanwhile, in the whole of this country, the only case that I have before the courts of our nation, as it stands now, is a defamation suit by Kevin Taylor's father. And Okatakyie, saying that I've defamed him for that matter, he wants some compensation. Who goes to a civil case and ends up in jail? But the people believe in gossip, jail, and this.
Well, it's the political and the election season and the electioneering of it because he's speaking against MPP, so all NDC
will support his
like him. So you see what's happening with Twende Jonas. Now he's speaking against the government. NDC people don't listen. And I'm happy that MPP are not necessarily jumping onto it. But he's also demonstrating that he's for Ghanaians. But when he was ranting and raving and Akufo-Addo is this and that, because you see, you can always take advantage of the politics because it's very divided. So if I want to take advantage of the politics, I say something for MPP. And irrespective of what I say, MPP will support it. If I say anything about First Lady Lordina Mahama, because it is against, it's an NDC person, we have stopped in this country thinking about standards, that this is not correct, this is not right, this is not right. That's why you're asking me, I showed that documentary of J.A. Kufuor and the 1996 contest, and the sense of decorum with which the losers were taught.
To have contributed immensely to their win.
Yes, absolutely.
But in the same vein, that same platform will take them home. Mark it on the wall.
Well, I don't know whether they will be, I don't
know.
No,
it's the same vein, that same platform will take them home.
But it's really terrible. It's
very
really,
terrible.
Really terrible.
You see,
for those who love journalism, and want to see journalism as a verified job or as a job that is coming from research, something intellectual, we need to read Chronicle and we'll read Crusading Guide and all that. I mean,
he's not doing journalism. This guy is just doing political
But it's not even sophisticated and it's mistakes written. If you ask him to speak one paragraph of something sensible, he doesn't have it. And because he mixes language, he uses tree small, then he uses English, and it's all about insults, and then people are watching and they are laughing. But those who are laughing,
I believe we must echo this. I know for a fact that this government will not work. They will not take action on this lady's act, criminal.
I'm sure they will.
No, they won't.
No, it's not that. It's the states will, the police will.
She has people in higher places that will cover her. I know that for
Is it because of blackmail?
I don't know what she will use to get them to cover her, but I know that people will cover her in this government.
No, but they can't. The law is the law, as the
No,
Chief
no,
Justice
no.
said.
You know the political will. Is it not the Attorney General that will prosecute? It's the government that would like to prosecute. And the Attorney General has the power to say that we are not interested in this case or that case. Or
Yeah, so we have to write to the CID and let the Attorney General say, I'm not interested in this case. Then we know what we have.
Well, maybe you can, I wouldn't want to waste
Oh,
my
no,
time
we can
because there is
get
enough
lawyers.
evidence
Yeah.
for the Attorney General.
We can get lawyers to write to the Attorney General, bring this to his attention, and we can demonstrate that in 2 years, the Attorney General has not done anything about it. Or in 2 years, the CID evidence. Then when we hear that CID has arrested a quack doctor somewhere, then we take them on. Because the state is not the government. The state is the state. And the Attorney General is the principal legal advisor to the government. But the Minister for Justice is for the state.
But Paul, come on. You are talking about text. This is text.
No,
but
so
the
what I'm saying
reality
is that
differs. These
once
are people
you write and they don't do it,
micromanaged by the
but
political class.
once you write and they don't do it,
Right.
then they have lost their rights to do another one. In fact, they have lost their right to exist as a state organization.
Right.
Because if you're a state organization as a criminal investigations department of the state of Ghana, and you are told about this, and this is in line with prosecutions that you have done for the last 60 years.
Right.
You have been prosecuting quack
And
doctors.
she's no
Yes.
different from the people that have
So
been
if we
prosecuted.
write to you
and
CID,
jailed.
the CID commissioner is Lydia Donko, who is quite well respected. She's a lawyer and not a lawyer of any mean repute. She knows her law.
Right.
And if this letter falls on her table and we start calculating the time, and she says, I can't do anything about it, then the CID would have lost its moral
to
obligation
go after
to
any other
exist.
person.